What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including when is a major star returning to WWE, Stone Cold's WrestleMania 41 appearance confirmed, Big E wants a match versus Goldberg, Rhea Ripley has a near embarrassing attire malfunction, a WWE champion is accused of leaking information, several WWE 2025 PLE locations leaked, a main roster call-up cancelled, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on Wrestlelamia XL. Now first we look at when is a major WWE star returning. Our top story today takes a look at the latest when it comes to the return of Aleister Black. WWE would air a mysterious vignette on this week's SmackDown, and if reports are correct, this is the return of Aleister Black. There's been speculation on when Black will return, and fans were under the impression that he would be back in time for WrestleMania 41 in mid-April. Now, whilst plans could change course, it doesn't look like Black will be a part of WrestleMania 41. According to PW Nexus, the former NXT champion is set to return on the first SmackDown following WrestleMania 41. As seen on SmackDown, there were multiple vignettes shown for different wrestlers. The superstars were Rey Fenix and Aleister Black. Fenix is expected to appear on TV in the next few weeks, and Black is expected to appear on the SmackDown following WrestleMania. The WrestleMania card is crowded as things stand, and it may be the right move. The worst thing WWE can do is re-debut Black when they're already in the midst of building major angles. Re-debuting Black on the post-WrestleMania SmackDown would act as a soft reset for the show and would allow Black to be showcased in the correct manner. It's unknown what the creative plans for Black currently are, but if Black's NXT booking is anything to go by, he's going to be a top guy on the Blue brand. Under Triple H, Black was consistently in prominent angles, and he was never far away from the main event picture in WWE. It's fair to predict that the game will take a similar approach on the main roster, and it wouldn't come as a shock to see Black feud with top names upon re-debuting with the company. Next up, Stone Cold's WrestleMania 41 appearance confirmed, and there has been rampant speculation that Stone Cold Steve Austin could play a big role at WrestleMania 41. Rumors suggest that the WWE Hall of Famer will interfere in the Cody Rhodes vs John Cena matchup, and now WWE have confirmed that Austin will indeed be a part of the WrestleMania weekend. Whilst Austin currently isn't confirmed for the actual show, WWE have confirmed that he will be appearing at WWE World over the weekend. Surely all the signs are now pointing at Austin making an appearance on the show of shows. I mean, if Austin was really racing the Mint 400, how would he have time to do the WWE World appearance that same weekend? Things kinda don't add up here. Next up, Big E wants a match versus Goldberg. A wrestling legend, Goldberg is set to have his final match at some point in 2025. Whilst there's no news in relation to who Goldberg will face, one WWE name has admitted that getting to face Goldberg would have been a dream come true. Speaking to IGN, former WWE champion Big E had this to say when it came to the dream match. I've been pretty fortunate to wrestle everyone, a lot of people from the roster, except maybe, I think, Goldberg. We had some interactions, but I think it would have been so beautifully and weirdly full circle to get a chance to wrestle my childhood idol. I got a chance to meet him at a signing in the late 90s when I was still a kid, so a chance to wrestle Goldberg would have been very, very cool. And naturally, due to Big E's medical status, the match is virtually impossible to happen. Whilst the match could have been a big blockbuster matchup for WWE to book, unfortunately, the match is destined to take place in WWE 2K video games as opposed to a major premium live event. Next up, a WWE champion accused of leaking information. The drama surrounding WWE Women's US Champion Chelsea Green has continued this weekend. Certain fans on social media have accused Green of leaking information to wrestling journalists, and this weekend, a fan boldly claimed that Green leaked information surrounding Jade Cargill to Dave Meltzer. The tweet with the accusation received a lot of attention, and Green evidently saw this and decided to respond. Amanda, please, I'm trying to say this as kindly as I can. F right off unless you are here and know what you're talking about. You and the rest of these internet trolls who deem someone guilty without any information are the problem, and that's on misinformation. Now, as we've directly addressed before, making these kind of allegations without any evidence is extremely unfair, and it could lead to legal issues down the road. There's no concrete evidence when it comes to Green being the leak, and the agenda against her should be seized. Next up, did WWE turn a tag team babyface? Did WWE turn a tag team babyface? It was only last month when WWE turned the Street Profits into heels. However, based on their presentation on SmackDown this week, it appears that WWE have reversed that creative call. Their promo leading up to their tag match was the most babyface promo on the entire show, and their work against the heel team of DIY was pretty much in line with their prior babyface work. Additionally, WWE released a digital interview with the two, and the new WWE Tag Team Champions once again cut a babyface style promo. A couple of days ago, I went to go see Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid, and watching their resilience on the pitch was something special. It motivated me to come out here and put on a show, especially in Barcelona. You know what I'm saying? Holla Street Profits. Montez Ford then said, "All week I've been talking about the job not finished, but guess what? Job just got started. We're the new WWE Tag Team Champions. We ain't losing these no time soon. So like we say, any team that want to get in our way, try to get a shot at these titles, we putting y'all in the dirt, 10 toes down. Street Profits, bar none, fade all, we want the smoke." A WWE backtracking on the decision is a right move, as there's no way that fans were booing the duo, and they can still give the tag team an edge while still presenting them as a babyface act. WWE are heavily teasing a multi-team match for WrestleMania 41, as several tag teams on the Blue brand have stacked their claim for the titles. A multi-team ladder match is very possible, or they may opt to go down the route of a gauntlet match format. Time will tell, but whatever the case is, it's appreciated that Triple H and the WWE creative team have listened to concerns and criticisms when it comes to the tag division, as evidently they're taking big action. The title match main evented the show on SmackDown, and giving the division these kind of moments is a great way to rekindle the spark within the division. Next up, an AEW star drags Cody Rhodes. Ricochet continues to impress with his new villainous AEW character, and now he has some rather negative comments to make regarding WWE Champion Cody Rhodes. While speaking to Adrian Hernandez, Ricochet would claim that Rhodes deserved to get smacked in the face by Travis Scott at Elimination Chamber. No, that's Cody. He got what he deserved. Got smacked in the face. You go out there and you want to taunt and scream profanities in people's faces, they say F you, and you're gonna get smacked. And that's what happened. He had his hands down, head down, smacked him. Keep talking. Ain't gonna happen to me though. I'm gonna be the one doing the smacking. Now this is just Ricochet staying in character, and it's refreshing to see a wrestler committing to staying in character to this extent in 2025. There's been a lot of criticism recently directed towards WWE and AEW over the lack of focus on keeping kayfabe alive. Recently, Triple H was actively referring to John Cena as a heel to promote this upcoming Raw, and this has been a creative call that hasn't been exactly well received by fans, especially the traditional fans who've been watching pro wrestling for most of their lives. Next up, Rhea Ripley's near embarrassing moment. Now anything can happen at WWE house shows, and at a recent house show in Germany, Rhea Ripley could have had a catastrophic attire malfunction. During the show, Rhea competed in a street fight against Liv Morgan, however during the fight, her bra was ripped off. Luckily for Ripley, her top half of the attire stayed on and kept everything where it should have. Rhea only noticed whilst walking to the back, managing to laugh it off. But she even commented on the moment saying, "My Archer of Infamy shirt said, 'You ain't gonna see my Terror Twins twins.'" Next up, several 2025 WWE PLE locations leaked. The 2025 WWE Premium Live event calendar is starting to take shape, and now we know several more potential locations for the events this year. According to Andrew Badala on X, Money in the Bank 2025 is set to head to Los Angeles on June 7th at the Intuit Dome. Here is more potential PLE location news for those wondering about the date and location for Money in the Bank 2025. June 7th, 2025, Intuit Dome, Los Angeles, California. I'm waiting for the final confirmation. They would then follow up the tweet with extra information saying, "To further elaborate, since some on this app share one singular brain cell, the confirm I was waiting on won't come from a WWE post, etc. I work in ticketing marketing and the venue confirmed this to me late yesterday. It seems as if it's a full go for Money in the Bank in LA." Additionally, Fightful Select are reporting that Survivor Series 2025 is expected to take place in San Diego, California. And there is sure to be some disappointment when it comes to the lack of international PLEs this year. However, WWE is spending the best part of a month in Europe for a live Raw and SmackDown broadcast, and that's likely why they've opted not to deliver any international PLEs this year. Well, apart from the Saudi shows. Next up, a WWE main roster call-up cancelled. There's a lot of discourse right now on social media when it comes to the main roster status of Roxanne Perez. Perez was called up to the main roster earlier this year, yet since the 2025 Elimination Chamber show, she's been moved back to NXT. Fans have been collectively wondering what happened to the call-up, as at one stage it appeared that Perez was set for a major singles match against Bayley. According to a new report from Fightful Select, the expectation was for Perez to continue a program with Bayley on the main roster following their recent NXT encounters. There were rumors a few weeks ago that Perez vs Bayley would take place at WrestleMania, however with 5 weeks left until the show, this seems unlikely. A match on the Stand and Deliver card would make a lot more sense at this point, and then WWE can move Perez back to the main roster following WrestleMania 41. And finally, WWE continuing the new Gunther storyline. Our final story today takes a look at potential plans to continue the rivalry between Gunther and Axiom. Axiom would make a surprise appearance on this week's SmackDown, and the talented star received rave reviews for his performance against the world champion. In a post-match WWE digital interview, Axiom would state that he's coming for Gunther, which seems to imply that the feud between the two has some legs beyond the one isolated TV match. Right now, I don't feel good because both of those matches that you mentioned, I lost. I lost against the Hardy Boys, I did lose against Gunther. I feel like I let my entire family down. I feel like I let all my friends down. I feel like I let my tag team partner down tonight. But at the same time tonight, I felt loved. Tonight, I felt hope. Hope that one day I will step back into the ring and I will claim that championship. That one day I'll step back into the ring and I will defeat Gunther. Whilst there's a strong assumption amongst fans that Gunther will drop the world title to Jey Uso at WrestleMania, the past few weeks of Gunther's reign have received universal acclaim and appreciation. Gunther having TV arcs as well as wrestling names such as Axiom and Otis has been incredibly refreshing, and it's baffling how WWE have taken so long to book Gunther's reign in such a compelling and legitimate manner. But there you have it folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.